All right. Welcome back
Welcome
to
back, everybody.
the Telos Buzz. How's it going, Thomas?
It's going absolutely great, Liam.
I missed you on Friday.
I know it was. It was sad to be away. I was off celebrating Easter with my family, so I wasn't able to hop onto the stream. Well, got a couple. My partner actually asked a question of whether the Easter bunny is the one laying the eggs, or if he's got a cabal of chickens that he's raising to it. We never really settled on that one. I don't know your thoughts on that.
Easter bunny conspiracy theories. I don't know, to be honest. Does the Easter bunny... I always thought it laid the eggs, but I don't really know how that would work. Hey, Shifra, great to see you. Had some blue raspberry gummy bears for Easter. Sounds pretty good to me. I have my coffee in my coffee mug.
Amazing. That one's a good one. It's I think I used to have the same one actually at home. Good old Dollarama.
Yeah, Dollarama mug. Shout out. We are not sponsored, but Dollarama, if you're watching, get in my DMs. Well, guys, great to be here. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Easter Monday morning. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm coming to you from Quebec. We got Lemhesh here from Paradise Island. Sounds gorgeous. Wish I was there. Thomas, where are you coming from?
I'm tuning in from London, Ontario. London, Ontario, not the exciting London, but
that joke never gets old.
I know.
I think I've made that joke for like 6 months now.
That's a good one. I mean, Here's the thing about London, Ontario is that we've got a Thames River, we've got a Covent Garden Market. That's kind of about it where the similarities end.
I love it. Lemhesh says they'll make a magic mug of Telos Culture. I don't know what a mug of Telos Culture would taste like, but probably something good.
Definitely something sweet, yeah.
We've got Hugh here from Illinois. Great to see you, Hugh, again. Congrats on your first NFT. Hugh was one of our NFT winners on Friday, as was Shifra. Shifra, it's good to see you here. All right. Well,
yeah, it's good to be back here, and let's do it. Let's get started on some of our ecosystem news here. So today, you go on, Liam.
I was gonna say, before we do that, Shifra seems to think a mug of Telos Culture would taste like salty caramel. I tend to agree. Okay, we should jump into the news.
Let's do it. Yeah, so the plan for today is we're going to have a quick Telos news recap capturing all of the latest and greatest developments coming out from Telos ecosystem over the weekend. And then we'll be joined by Kersten from the Telos Core devs. He's also a judge on the Telos Spark Hackathon, and he's going to give us the latest details on what's going on in that side of the Telos ecosystem. So let's get to the news. We had one big piece of news that came out pretty recently in the last couple of days, and that was that Telos integrated the DIA Oracle, which is a really big step for the Telos CVM. So basically, if you don't know what an Oracle is, it's more or less a way for different information to get plugged into the blockchain. Everything that is kind of outside of it with these oracles, it's able to put it in here. So what stands out about DIA is that their data is directly sourced, as they say from their Medium article. There's a broad array of on-chain and off-chain sources at individual trade levels. The great thing is that DIA can be fully customized about sources, methodologies. It's really tailor-made. They get high resilience feeds. So this is a really, really great opportunity for Telos and the Telos CVM and all the projects that are deployed in it to add this into the tools that they're creating. So Yeah, really great news there.
Yeah, I think.
So go on, Liam.
But I was going to say, I think what's interesting about oracles too, right, is they really open up what's possible for other projects to do on the network, right? So you don't necessarily see those effects right away, but when you put an oracle on a network, essentially it allows you, like you say, to bring on information that we didn't have access to before, and that can remove a lot of the blockers that can be in the way. My mic's cutting in and out, isn't it?
Yeah, you're sounding a bit robotic there, but
We'll get through it. Um,
we
um,
got Robot Liam joining the call here.
yeah, I'm gonna let you take the lead for the majority of it if I'm having some mic issues. But
Oh, and
yeah, so
we've got a
super
comment here
exciting.
from Justin saying that once we got the DIA oracles was something that was crucial for getting the lending switched on. So that was one of the key pieces of infrastructure news that sometimes you can read it and think, oh well, how is this gonna how will this benefit Telos directly? And I mean this shows exactly it. It was one of the infrastructure that let lending happen. So thank you for that, Justin. Really key piece of info there.
Awesome. How am I sounding? Any better?
Uh, no, still robotic.
All
So
right. You take our next piece of news. I'm gonna switch do some micy things in the background while you jump in there.
sounds good. I'll take it away from here. So next up, we've got our second piece of news, which is a recent project that was announced called Destiny Airlines, which is a partnership project between Fortis and Destiny World. So you can check it out on the Fortis announcements channel. From what they say, the aim is to connect NFT projects and metaverses together. There's going to be all kinds of, it sounds like, opportunities to complete journeys and go on adventures to get things like social identity, badges with rewards, and lots of perks. They're going to have their own native coin called DR, and they hinted in their the announcement post about some cool NFT projects, which I imagine will be dropping at some point. Cyber Chimps and MetaCity. So this is kind of the first I'm hearing of these, which any new NFT project on Telos is something that gets me excited. So we'll have to stay tuned for more news on there, see how that comes out. So go to check out the Fortis Telegram channel to get all more info on that, and check out Destiny World as well. Up on next on our news here is actually a really exciting initiative called the Telos Army is being launched out by the community. Now, this is, from what it sounds like, a great place for it's an announcements channel on Telegram where people will send out all kinds of opportunities to go and comment, retweet, quote tweet, all the different interactions that can push Telos to a broader audience. So this is one of those community created guerrilla marketing tactics. So yeah, it's exciting to see this taking up. Only announced pretty recently that they're starting this up. So yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see how this goes. Let me drop a link in here to join in the Telos Army and sign up for the chat. That's probably the best place to learn more about what they've got going on there. Let's drop that link in. There we go. And now, just to round out another little piece of little marketing teaser, is there's going to be a AMA coming up on Wednesday with the Telos Core devs, the Telos Foundation going through the Telos roadmap. And before then, you could win, actually. There's some cool prizes. There's a Team Telos sweater. There's and if you don't want to have something mailed to you, there's a Happy Easter tea squirrel by sending in your best marketing ideas to CMO Paul Walton. So make sure to enter by tomorrow. I'll drop a link where you can find more info about that little mini contest in the comments there. The winner's going to be revealed in the Meet the TF Hangout on Discord. Let me put that in here. There we go. You're back, Liam.
Hey,
Can't hear you though. Oh, there you are. Perfect.
can you hear me all right?
Oh yeah, you sound great.
A lot better now?
Yeah. So we were just talking about the little mini contest going on about. So there's a Hello a Telos sweater to win, or this bad boy, this tea squirrel. I don't actually know which one I would pick, because although I do love the Telos merch, Look at this little cute guy. How can I say no to? How can
The
I say no
question
to
we're all wondering is, did the squirrel lay the eggs, or does it have a farm of chickens?
That's a great question. And the only person who can answer that question is
The one and only Kersten?
of the two squirrels, Kersten Worth, also project manager at the Telos Core Dev. So welcome, Kersten, to the Telos Buzz.
Great to see you, Kersten. Thanks for
Hey
coming
guys,
on.
thanks for bringing me up. I wasn't prepared for that question, so I have to think about this.
You can always get back to us.
Yeah, it's kind of Paul was asking me what can we do if somebody doesn't want a shirt but still wants to put something in, and I said, well, let's do a Easter T-squall. It fits nicely. It's probably found the eggs and it's just gonna carry it away. Yeah.
That's great. Well, we should dive into why we brought you here, which was to talk about the Telos Spark Hackathon.
Yeah, very excited. So as part of my job, I'm program manager for the Telos core development, and part of my job is obviously kind of heading the project management initiatives, being a key interface between the TCD and the TF organization, getting all the resources that we need to kind of do our job in the TCD side, and also partly I own the roadmap for the technical roadmap for Telos. So this is kind of an exciting time. We're gonna have some very great updates on next Wednesday together with Jesse, with Douglas. That's gonna be really cool. It's a long time that we had these kind of roadmap updates, and I think it's gonna be awesome to see what's happening there. And for the Spark, yeah, I mean, Spark is really cool. We're absolutely stunned and excited because we had like I've got to read this. It's for 156 persons that registered for the hackathon. That's really awesome. And we had like 26 projects that were finally submitted to the hackathon. In fact, that it were far more projects that were started, but unfortunately not being finished. So even though there was some that we approached the project managers and say, hey guys, this was a great idea. Why don't you go forward and start building with us? And we help you in another way. And we even directed people immediately to the Ignite program and say, like, this is a great thing you're doing. You should actually apply for a grant to be sure that you receive the funding, because what you've done is awesome. And I mean, we've received so many awesome projects that we really had a hard time and long discussions and said, we can't just have 5 and look at the websites. We got to talk to 7 and really have the opportunity to understand what their plans is, what the projects are really about, what the intentions are in building on Telos. And this is why we extended to 7 from 5. And that was kind of a very hard decision for us, but we're happy we did this.
Yeah, and tell me actually a little bit more about that. The moment you guys made that decision, like what was going through your guys' mind when you pushed it to 7? Like what drove you to make that choice?
Everybody in the team, we have 5 judges. It's Jesse in there, is Douglas in there, is Justin in there, and AJ, who's many people know. Probably not sure if they all know him. He's heading the business development for the Telos Foundation. And we looked at the projects and we kind of gave away our tokens, which actually Taikai is working on Telos. That's so exciting to vote and then see the vote on our mainnet. So this is really cool. And then we discussed about the token assignments and said, well, this is unfair because we wanted to give 2 other projects the option. And it was going back and forth. And I think it was Douglas that finally said, let's get 7 people in, because we really want to give them a chance. And we really want to talk to them because they've done such an awesome job.
I think that's awesome. It's really cool that you saw so many valuable projects coming to Telos, and that really, I think, pushed you to sort of, look for other ways to keep supporting them. So what was the biggest surprise that came out of the 25 projects that were involved in it?
I think the biggest surprise was that a lot of those projects are real products. So we took a look at them. We see the GitHub repositories. We know we've seen the code and looked at the code base, and some of them are real working projects and products. So this was very exciting. So I shouldn't talk about my favorites, but there's one there which is an actually real life application that was submitted that seems to be working already. And I think that was kind of, if you think about hackathons, is like you think we get a half-ready project and then they have to go from there. But we receive projects that are actually a working project or product. So like the Telos Spark bridge is a real bridge. It works. It kind of bridges tokens from Telos natives to Telos EVM, which is going to be great for all the projects that have built on native and they want to have their tokens on the EVM and get access to the liquidity there. So it's just awesome because you have a project it's really working, and that made it so cool for us to see this after introducing the EVM not long ago.
Yeah, and you know what you're saying about seeing those projects that are ready to go. They're not the kind of, not all of them are the half-baked hackathon ideas that come up. This goes right back to an AMA that I believe it was Douglas and AJ were giving about Telos Stark, talking about it, and that was something that Douglas said as well. He was like, "This is a really great opportunity to build something and launch it and make it happen. Everything that you need is kind of here on Telos, and a great incentive to create something that is ready to go." So glad to see that some people took the reins on that. How's it feel to be? Because you're doing some now. Were you doing some mentoring on that side as well, or more so on the judging side?
Both. We had 3 mentors that, in fact, we were surprised how few people actually approached us and asked for mentorship. That was really more like a general business mentorship that we performed. We had quite a lot of requests on our Discord channel. So we had a specified channel on Discord for the hackathon. So we had a lot of people jumping in there asking technical questions, and Jesse's always everywhere. So he obviously was also on Discord. He answered a lot of technical questions and how to set up nodes and all those. So really awesome. And we had some very intense discussions there on Discord. And it was really an awesome experience. I mean, we've been working towards this since the last week. So it's a lot of, Paul has done a tremendous job in kind of setting this up together with Taikai, with me, and then we have the 5 judges that had different aspects that we looked at in regard of judging the projects. Yeah,
that's really cool. I think it's awesome that you aren't just approaching it from the view of like a judge, but you also have that mentorship aspect there, and make sure that regardless of whether a project becomes a finalist or not, you're building that relationship with the developers and the projects to come, and make Telos their home and sort of like roll out the welcome leg in that way. So that's awesome. Yeah. How does it feel to be so close to the winners sort of announcement at this point? And what does this represent for the Telos community in your eyes?
Well, I think it's a very good sign for how easy it is to build on Telos. I think that's the key message, isn't it? That's what we thought about when we decided to do this hackathon. Is we want to have a cool prize, obviously, but the prize money is really cool. And for the people that win this is really a good starting kind of cash flow to build on the project. That's going to be very, very good for the community also, and it shows it how really easy it is to kind of fork things from other projects or build on Telos. And I think that's the key message, and we're very excited. I mean, we're having the interviews during this week. So it's going to be like 30 minutes interviews with all the projects where they kind of pitch on us. And then we plan to have the official announcement on Friday. And the 3 people that we invite to that, they wouldn't know who is the actual winner. So it's going to be like the great reveal of the actual winner. And I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's you're definitely making it into an event of sorts. Seeing who will be crowned of the first Telos EVM hackathon. It's very exciting. Now, this is a great time to actually switch gears and chat a little bit about, because we're coming up on the end of our show here. But while we're here, we should ask you about the Wednesday roadmap AMA that you were talking about a bit earlier. And this speaks to the role that you're doing as well as a hackathon judge, as a program manager for the TCD. Now, give us a little preview, if you can, of what you're most excited about on that roadmap that people should be watching for on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think one of the things that is key is that we discussing that in the official channels already earlier this week, is that that we kind of split the roadmap into two pieces or two parts for this time. So we're gonna have a dedicated part that's more focused on the EVM side of it and kind of touching on what we have to do for the EVM, and also we have a different part that touches more on the native side of things, where there's also a lot of things going on. Obviously, these the recent announcement and AMA with Douglas about the EOSIR Plus community and coalition, that this is going to influence a lot of the developments that we're working on. So we're giving some more insights on that. But on the EVM side, what we did for this roadmap is we looked at the actual strategic goals for Telos, and we looked at what are the KPIs that we've set ourselves as goals for this year, and what has especially the TCD to do to kind of achieve those goals. And we did realign our roadmap and reprioritize some items on the roadmap to kind of get more into the strategic targets and support those immediate strategic targets. So to ensure that the EVM is really getting even more successful as it is. And this is our main goal. And we're going to give some deep insights on that in the Wednesday MA. And also on the organizational perspective, we've done a lot of organizational changes on the TCD, same as the TF did in the last months. And from there on, I mean, just to give one figure that is really impressive, if we look at all the resources that we gathered for the TCD, so either new hires, we just hired a new front-end dev, we just hired somebody who's supporting biz dev as kind of combined role with TF and TCD, and we've got some retainers with developers that we hired for a longer time. We're gonna add up for like 17 people on TCD by mid of year. And if you imagine and know that basically TCD was 2+ some people late last year, that's a very impressive improvement against the last year. So we're very excited about that, and we're gonna give some more insight on organization too. So
very exciting, and seeing what you guys have accomplished then for the TCD with only those two members, it's going to be pretty astounding to see what happens once once the 17 come in. So yeah, that's an incredible. Thank you for that sneak peek there. It's going to be a really exciting event there. Let me actually grab the link. Liam, anything else you want to say before we wrap up here on the Telos Buzz? And thank you, Kersten, for spending some time with us and updating us not only on the hackathon but on the TCD developments as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.
I'll see if there's anything else I can say, but I think I'm having some technical difficulties. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we're hearing you good.
Good. Mainly just thanks, Kersten, for coming out. It was great to have you. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when we go live. Hit that like button as well, and check out the links Thomas dropped in the chat.
Here you actually are cutting it a little bit.
That's okay. We'll get it sorted for
again.
Friday.
Yeah, we most definitely will. Guys, here's the link to check out the event coming up on Wednesday, which you can, if you want to see more of Kersten, go in and check it out there. And remember, go in and submit your marketing ideas, and this could be yours. I'm actually going to have to go enter that now because I really want to be the proud owner of that T-Squirrel. So we'll see how that goes. Kersten, Liam, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much. Everyone watching, have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you on our next Telos Buzz this Friday. We'll see you there.